Aloha, y'all. It is Friday, Freya's Day. Frigg, Freya, named after the Venus equivalent, essentially, in the Nordic pantheon. Esoterically, it is a Venus-ruled day. It's December 19th. The sun is in Sagittarius, 27 degrees. The moon is in Sagittarius, 22 degrees when they're conjunct. So that's a new moon. So Venus is actually conjunct the moon by 1 degree and the sun by 4. So that's a big old triplet conjunction of personal planets. And Mercury is in Sagittarius as well. So a whole lot of fire going on. And Chiron is trining Sun, Venus, Moon conjunction. So there's a grand water trine between Black Moon Lilith and Saturn Neptune conjunct, as well as Jupiter retrograde. Uranus retrograde is opposite Black Moon Lilith. Chiron squaring Jupiter. Pluto squaring trining Uranus. So let's go ahead and get into the cards I've pulled for the day. We've got the Five of Cups. Heavy, heavy. The Nine of Swords. Heavy, heavy, heavy. And the fairy card for the Friday Oracle wild card is going to be Tobira of the Waters, which we'll get into lastly. So if you're a cup, you're a water sign, Cancers, Scorpios, Pisces, you're a cup. It's the emotions, the feels, though we all have them. Those signs are the water tribe that feels them the most. The Five of Cups on page 150. I am inconsolable. Hope is not gone. I gotta keep touching the screen because it's gonna fall asleep. Something's going on here. Hope is not gone. Allowing yourself to grieve what is spilled, giving into the grief and working through it. So, here we go. The Swiss-American psychiatrist Elizabeth Kubler-Ross was a pioneer in research on near-death experiences and the process of grief. She postulated the 5 stages of grief. Denial, this can't be happening. Anger, why me? It's not fair. Bargaining, if only then I would Depression, why go on? And acceptance, it's going to be okay. Towards the end of her own life, she said the stages were not always a linear, predictable progression. So, it goes in different orders sometimes. This opened the door for us to understand grief as a process which unfolds across time. Ultimately, the process travels across different emotional topographies that must make the full journey in order to reach the land of acceptance and integration. In the Five Cups, a distraught yet almost indistinguishable figure crouches by the river, watching as a hand desperately reaches out from the rushing torrent as it is swept away. 5 cups, 5 stages, must be consumed in order to move on. It's like Dumbledore having to drink the poison in the cave. 3 cups hold red inflammation. 1 stands empty with feelings of emptiness and meaninglessness. And the last cup holds hope, a return to the heart. Sun and Sag, Moon and Sag. For this card to have impact, one does not have to be dealing with something catastrophic. It points to the fact that we all carry tremendous grief. Ancestral grief, family grief, cultural grief, grief of our loss of innocence. Oh my God, this is going to annoy me having to do this. We all live out the 5 stages of grief in numerous ways. A dream job we have worked so hard for falls through. A relationship breaks up. Children leave home. No one passes through life untouched by grief and loss. Grief is part of the natural cycle of life. We could stop fighting against it and allow ourselves to feel what needs to be felt. Tarot offers us an opportunity to see ourselves through a different eye, to see what needs to be questioned, healed, and released. Very much that Chiron and Aries trining Sun, Moon, Venus conjunction. Releasing what needs to be released, right? And healing it. It offers us a new vista to move towards and explore. Very much Pluto and Aquarius. How do we, cover new lands? Uranus retrograded Taurus. I said Pluto and Aquarius. I don't know if I said that. I'm having to do multiple things now. As with the 4 of Cups, we have the capacity to create a new context or viewpoint through which we can explore our pain and discomfort. We can transform them into something wondrous. Byron Katie's system, The Work, offers a way of questioning and releasing the painful stories we inhabit, stepping into the open freedom that is our true nature, radiant and untarnished. The 5 Cups took me to my own deep grief. That's the artist speaking. He's been on my podcast a few times. The loss of loved one, the failure of hard times. The hard times I had put my family through with relentless pursuits of creative dreams. The fast-flowing river in the card has more than one meaning or possibility. Of course, we can be swept away by the river of tears, but we can also be cleansed by it too. When we cry, we're transmuting, we're alchemizing, literally. That's what the tears are for, and sweat is for. We can put right what we can and let go of our grief. Let it be taken back into the great ocean of life. For me, this card does not point to the arrival of some form of grief, for it has already arrived, and we carry it in all of ourselves. Instead, it presents a question and a powerful possibility. It asks you to look at grief, the grief you hold on to, and it invites you to complete with it and let it go, letting life, nature, take care of transmuting it back into vitus or energy. The big truth, sun and moon in Sagittarius, Pluto in Aquarius, is that, everything's energy and everything's flowing, and what are you holding on to that's preventing the flow? There's a time and a place to cry, and avoiding the dragon makes it bigger, kind of thing. So look into it. Hope is not gone, allowing yourself to grieve what is spilled, giving into the grief and working through it. So the clarifying card is the Knight of Swords, also a very challenging card, but the swords are more about the mind, right? So we've got the cups for the emotions and the swords for the mind. Geminis, Libras, and Aquarians, this is your suit. On page 138, the Knight of Swords, I perceive danger everywhere. Investigating your psychological turmoil, questioning your fears, understanding where they come from, nightmares and illusions, and know you are not alone in this feeling. So I think the idea here is we can maybe be a little overwhelmed, whether it's, oh my God, I'm going to have to meet the family and I don't want to at Christmas or whatever, or oh my gosh, the American dream is dead, or oh my gosh, this isn't going how I expected, why is this so hard? Eeyore, woe is me. We have to explore, go into the depths, into the catacombs here, right? Where the basilisk is in Harry Potter. We have to go down deep and really question our definitions and beliefs and understand why we're going through things at a different, mental level. But also that's how we can kind of learn, grow through, and accept what is happening, ultimately transmuting it. And everybody's going through this. Everybody hurts, right? It's like, it's okay to have feelings. Do you just block them up and say, no, not me, I'm not going to feel this? That's going to have consequences. And if you just sit around crying and say, well, why me all the time, and being too moody, consequences. So we have to kind of examine our definitions and beliefs and see what's going on. So the wild card is coming from the fairy oracle deck, and it is number 37, Tabira of the Waters, 5 of Cups, the crying, right? Emotions, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. For a moment, close your eyes and let yourself feel the cool, sparkling fairy waters flowing through your fingers. Imagine drinking the sparkling coolness from your own cupped hands, and imagine the water flowing down your throat. You may even be able to feel the magical energy-filled coolness flow right through to your toes. Feel better? Water is mutable, changeable, fluid, and Tabira speaks to us of particular kinds of change, changes of emotion, and possibly a change in health. We have important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us toward calm, flowing purity of fairy water, or the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions, the shadow of the sun, moon, and Sagittarius, all this fire energy, and the Grand Water Trine. It's boiling, it's a cauldron. The choice is obvious, but sometimes we forget that we have that choice. Tabira reminds us we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. There's going to be a consequence no matter which path you take. The things we need in life remain constant no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures in our lives may be. Pluto and Aquarius, Uranus retrograde in Taurus opposite Black Moon Lilith, right? All this kind of, oh my God, what's going on energy. Saturn conjunct Neptune, trining Black Moon Lilith, and Jupiter retrograde. We need nurturing and love, and it is ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us if we ask them to. So how can we nurture ourselves the best? We can feel things deeply and experience it for what it is, see it for what it is from a new mental place, not letting it plague us forever and ever, amen, and let it flow through us, right? We're the witness, and we let the emotions come up, good, bad, or ugly, and we let them go away. And it might take some time, might take years, it might take the blink of an eye, the blink of an eyeball that's crying, right? But when you cry, that is what's happening. Like you're cathartic and emoting and transmuting, and that ultimately can really happen more readily if you're psychologically willing to go deep into the feels and go with the flow. Be water, my friend, as Bruce Lee would say. So if you've enjoyed this, leave a tip. Obviously, holler for a reading. An hour of cards like this is $50. 5 oracle cards and 5 tarot cards. Astrology is 3 hours, $150. If it's your birthday, it's half off on either or both. And if you refer somebody to me, it it is half off on cards. So plenty of ways you can benefit. I can benefit. We can all walk each other home well. I hope you have a beautiful Freya's day. Enjoy the new moon. Do a ritual. It's magical. Little portal. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Adios.